Becky Jor, and I'm here with Mr.
Willy Gakunzi.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you,
You're most
Becky.
welcome here.
Thank you, Becky.
And I just have a few questions. It's an exciting moment, definitely, to meet you. We haven't met before, but I've heard a lot of great things about you.
Thank you.
So great things precede you, basically. And so today I have a few questions I want to ask you. Can you just tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. Thank you for having me first. So as I said, my name is Willy Gakunzi Makuza, which is the family name. I'm a father of two daughters, 8 years and 4 years, Kayla and Shayna. I am a singer. I'm a songwriter.
Wow.
I am a founder of a foundation called Heart of Worship in Action Foundation, and I'm a people person.
Amazing, beautiful. That's great to hear. I just heard you said that you are a founder of a nonprofit organization, and you are also a musician. Now that's a lot. That's a lot. It really takes that, I'm pretty sure, takes your entire day, takes each and everything, you know. But then I want to ask you, can you tell us a little bit more about your music ministry and also your nonprofit organization?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So it is a lot, as you said,
Right.
but I enjoy doing it.
Amazing.
So the music, I started singing when I was very young, little.
What age?
I don't remember, but I grew
Wow.
up singing.
Yeah, good.
I grew up singing,
Good.
so I grew up in a church.
Mhm.
I've been part of different worship groups, choirs.
Amazing.
I've been privileged to start worship teams
Wow.
where I lived in Europe,
Wow.
mainly like the communities from our countries, the Great Lakes region.
Right.
I think I was among the first who started a worship team
Wow.
there. We had conferences around Europe.
Right.
I've been leading that up until I moved to Canada.
Right.
So to cut the long story short, I was doing that with my wife, and who lately passed away last year.
My condolences.
Thank you very much. And we wrote songs together, many
Wow.
songs,
Wow.
but we were not able to record them.
Mhm.
Every year we would plan, and for some reason, I think it's godly reason, would feel just it's not the time yet.
Wow.
So last year when she went to be with the Lord,
Right.
I decided that I felt it was really the time.
The time.
So
Wow.
that is the music part. I'm registering, I'm recording an album with which will be an album of 6 songs.
Wow.
One is out already.
Yes.
and,
Yes. I had a sample.
Thank
Yes.
you. It is out,
Amazing.
and it means a lot to me. It is one of the songs that she wrote.
Wow.
I didn't write it. I added a few music or just fine tuning,
Right.
but she entirely wrote the song.
Wow.
So I wanted really to have this out the last month, November, when we were celebrating a year that she's gone.
Yes.
But also it was coinciding with the launch of the foundation I was talking
Right,
about,
the
the non-profit organization.
Yes.
About that,
Right.
it is a non-for-profit organization aiming at empowering youth, people that are less fortunate in our communities,
Good.
but with the heart of worship.
Heart of worship.
So the heart of worship, to me, the definition of worship in general,
Right.
is the ultimate expression of the purpose of for our living. So
Exactly.
we live to worship God.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
taking the worship from music, putting it into action.
Into the community.
Exactly.
And then that leads people to come and be able to receive Christ at the same time.
Correct,
Well,
but
as you're
also
doing the
changing,
deed.
but
Yes.
also changing their
Yes.
lives. Really,
Yes.
we encouraging people to engage in actions that change their lives.
Absolutely.
And then equipping them, be it skills
Right.
development, but also funding
Exactly.
their initiative. And we will be focusing mainly on youth, as I said,
Amazing.
and those who have talents, wherever we can help. I think
To
God
develop
will
them.
to develop them.
That's
Yes.
an amazing thing. I think that's a really beautiful thing, and we need more of this in our community, especially if you are going through the whole channel of hearts of worship through Christ, and then empowering them in the godly way at the same time, developing their own talents.
Yes.
That's a beautiful
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
I believe really you cannot tell a person that I am just going to pray for you and leave you, or to pray for them and give them much more that they can be able
Yeah,
to
definitely.
stand.
I think we should change the narrative of the gospel, right?
Yeah.
The gospel of Jesus, if you read through the Bible, he was doing actual things to change
Exactly.
people's lives,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So if we are under heavens on this earth planet, Earth, we are meant to have a life.
Right.
And we are meant to be impactful. We're meant to change someone's life. And I think that is the heart I have, and that is the heart of the foundation.
Yes.
And the music, really, I'm not an artist, as to say,
Right.
I'm a worshiper.
Yeah, I know.
If you're looking at musical entertainment,
Yeah,
I'm not that.
you're not.
I'm not that.
Good.
I'm really into expressing what God has put in my life
Amazing.
and be a blessing at least to one person.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know what? When you say that, and we talk about worship, then you're looking at the worship of what you're giving. Basically, you know who is worthy of your worship,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's amazing, because we live in a society these days that whereby everybody is about entertainment. How can I do it bigger and better than the
Yeah.
other person? But if we still have people like you whose hearts are set out to worship God, that's a really big thing. That's an amazing thing. I just want to go back a little bit to you talked about writing songs with your wife. You talked about all these beautiful things, and I just want to ask, was she also part of this the idea of the nonprofit and each and everything? All these things that you built together that are manifesting right now.
Yeah. So when she was still with us,
Right.
We didn't have really the actual organization.
Right.
So we had the music project,
Wow.
and so the non-for-profit organization was really to put into action those projects that we had
I see.
that she didn't have
Yes.
the chance, if I may, we use the word, but to finish. So I'm a believer of continuation,
Yes.
and I'm against eternal silence.
Exactly.
I think those who have gone the other side of eternity, we have responsibility to make
To
sure
finish.
that finish what they
Exactly.
didn't finish, and to
Amen.
make sure that we empty ourselves when our time comes.
Die empty.
With we
love
we emptied and we pass on the torch to the
Amen.
next generation.
I love that. I love what you're saying.
Yeah.
You did all these beautiful things with her, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful story. It's not a beautiful, even just a story. It is a beautiful life, when you talk about this and you're now fulfilling, holding the torch and moving on, so that you empty what you started together with her and what is in you.
Yeah.
It is a big thing.
It is an
We
opportunity.
thank God for
It
that.
is. It
That
is.
you have the opportunity to actually. It is an opportunity actually for us to live. You're right. I like that.
Definitely,
I like
because
that.
I didn't choose to stay,
Of course.
and I don't think she chose to go.
Exactly.
But so, if God chose first to put us together as a husband and wife and bear children,
Yes.
and then put those projects in our hearts,
Yes.
and then later on decided, okay, Willy, you are the one to stay. I do believe that she finished her mission.
Amen.
She did everything she had to do. I remember the day prior to her departure, she was
Right.
well and
Wow.
alive. We had a prayer, and she said, I feel like we have to thank God
Wow.
for everything we have
Wow.
gone through and for everything He's done to us.
Wow.
She had graduated on that day, and she thanked God. She said, everything I asked for,
You've done
everything
it.
I've prayed for,
Right.
you've done it. So
Wow.
to me, I am indebted,
Yes.
and I have that responsibility, and I
Yes.
have the privilege to bring that message out there
Amen.
and be a blessing.
Amen.
Yeah.
I like this, and I pray that this is an encouragement to somebody out there. We have to find a way, by the grace of God, to move, to keep on walking,
Yeah.
keep on walking that
Yeah.
race, until our time comes, because we're all gonna get there. Someday.
Definitely,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
It's not an accident to die.
No, it's not.
We-
No, it's not.
We will get there. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
I accept that.
Yeah.
So I'll move on to the next question and ask, can you, how is your ministry and nonprofit impacting the church and the community at large?
Yes.
Yes.
So one, my music, it's a heart of worship.
Yes.
And I'm hoping to contribute at least to that into the church community,
Right.
to make sure that we remind ourselves that it is about God.
It is about
So we go back to the heart of worship, the initial, the intent, the purpose.
Yes.
To the community, I'm hoping, and I've seen it. We have people we helping already,
Right.
like those who have been sexually abused. We see life changing.
Amazing.
And actually, I'm traveling in 2 weeks' time to Africa, to Rwanda,
Wow.
to do a launch event there, but also to carry out some of the mission.
Of your continuation of your organization.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So that is bringing back to the community
Exactly.
and making sure that the organization is not really there just to impose or
Yes.
to come up with rules that will solve people's issues, but to make sure that we motivate those people
Right.
that are hopeless, that there is still a hope, and as long as you're breathing.
As long as we're
And
breathing.
if you're breathing and you have ideas, but you don't know where to start and you don't have means, that's where the foundation comes in
Right.
and help you to form those ideas,
to shape them
to
up
shape
into-
them.
Yes.
Exactly, and help you with that financial means to carry out
amazing.
your mission.
That's amazing. You know what I really like that you've talked about this organization being here in Canada, but at the same time you're taking the same values and implementing it in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very big thing, because sometimes we get lost and we just do things in the country that we're in at the moment and we forget where we come from. And yet Africa has experienced so much trauma, and the women and the men. When you talk about Rwanda, of course we know about the genocide, but we don't know how much people have been impacted mind-wise and the effects even up to today. So when you talk about women being abused and you're taking all this to implement it there, that's really powerful.
It
I
is,
commend you.
and I think talking to Africa, I think the gospel has been preached in Africa. If you look into spirituality, it
We
is
have
there.
it. Yes,
we
we
have
do.
it.
Yes, we
but
do.
we lack one thing.
Yes,
You can't be spiritual with an empty stomach.
you can.
You can't be spiritual with lacking. You don't know what happens tomorrow.
hear that?
You can't even pay school fees.
Right.
So that is what I'm bringing.
Yes.
The foundation, the
Right.
organization is
Right.
bringing, is to make sure that the church plays its role.
Yes.
And the Christian believers, we change lives.
Yes.
We are entitled to live a good life.
Exactly.
So if we can help one person, empowering them economically, spiritually, socially,
Right.
but making sure that we keep the Christian values, I think we would have achieved our mission.
That's amazing. That's really important. I like the analogy when you say that, yes, it is good to be all spiritual and all that, but at the end of the day, we have to have, we cannot go on an empty stomach. That's really important, because we get so lost in that and we forget about that. Oh, there's a way to empower ourselves to get better, and so thank you for that. Thank you for that amazing work.
Thank you. Yeah.
Talk something that will encourage somebody. I believe you have that in you.
Thank you. Well, I don't know what you're going through. I've gone through it, most probably. I've seen the deepest, but I've also seen how God can take you from the deep pit up high the mountains. What do I mean by that? There is a peace that transcends, that goes beyond the pain you might be feeling. The song that is out there, it's called Izina Ryawe in Kinyarwanda, or Your Name in English. And simply means the name of Jesus is the name above all name.
Amen.
I will bow down, I will worship that name, and I will trust that name. There is nowhere else I can find peace. So I invite you, just worship in your own language, in your own way, but trust God. But also remember that there is a part to play, be it helping someone, but also you being helped. You need to come up with something. There is a purpose. You were created to live a good life.
Amazing.
Up until you go back to where you came from.
Amazing.
So let's join together our effort and play our part, worship God
Amen.
into actions,
Amen.
impacting people's lives.
Amen.
you.
Amazing. But before we really close, can you just give us a sample again? Just one sample. Right on here live.
Nahandi nakura mahoro, Nahandi nakura gakiza, atari kuri wowe Yesu, ni wowe ushobora byose.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
God bless you all, and I hope you are able to go out and pick up all the music and download all the music that's going to be coming out. God bless you, and God bless you more.
Thank you.